This just looks like a series of unfortunate events or a personal attack. Two people are in a fight. Maybe there's alcohol involved. Someone purposely stabs their glizzy into that person's ice cream out of revenge and malice. But imagine just going up to a kid and just ruining their ice cream. Like, oh, you were excited to eat this ice cream? Too bad, bitch. Also, Santa isn't real. Also, 50% of marriages end in divorce, so your parents, yeah, good luck with that flip of a coin. Oreo casserole. Me as a mother when I'm too lazy to make dinner and dessert, so I just combine them. At Thanksgiving, I just stuff the turkey with apple pie and Cool Whip. My family starts to carve the turkey like, wow, this smells delicious. Great job. And what the fuck? This is like those slutty brownies where you layer, you know, Oreos and then brownies and cookie dough. Except it's just disgusting instead. Instead of slutty brownies, I present to you whore casserole. Pumpkin spice bologna. Christian girl Autumn infiltrates aisle 6. Listen, I'm not a pumpkin spice hater, okay? I've had a pumpkin spice latte before and it was good, okay? Sue me. Send me to jail without parole, death penalty, okay? Don't hate on my girls. However, pumpkin spice bologna should be one of the 7 deadly sins. This is nothing less than a monstrosity, right? I feel like this would have been created in a lab and then it would have become sentient and then just start mumbling, live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love. Pizza. Conscious. This looks like if the Demogorgon from Stranger Things had a baby but left it in the car too long so it melted. Imagine you order a pizza from Domino's and then you open the box and see this. That's a jump scare. Like when I said I wanted the meat lover's pizza, I didn't mean blended human remains. Honestly, I would have no choice but to pull a Karen. You know? Like, I actually would love to speak with your manager right now. Another questionable pizza pie. More like pizza why? Why would you subject innocent people to this? You know that scene in Ratatouille where Remy the rat, sorry, I said that's so derogatory. I did not mean rat derogatory, I just mean objectively he's a rat. He was like, you know, tasting all the different flavors of the food and they were like, you know, coming together in like this perfect harmony and whatever. Yeah, the harmony of these flavors would be violent to the ear. This looks like if someone was trying to empty the fridge of a Chuck E. Cheese on Thanksgiving and was like, you know what? Let's just put it all in the oven. Also, I'm just trying to imagine eating a slice of pizza that has a whole oven roasted turkey on it. Like trying to hold up a piece of pizza naturally with a 13-pound turkey on it. It's not very graceful. This is not SpongeBob. This is Scrub Daddy Derek. Imagine getting this cake for your child who loves SpongeBob. That would be like if someone was like, oh, my daughter loves Mulan, so I really want Mulan to be at her birthday party. And then the Mulan in question is just me with my hair in a bun holding a butter knife as a sword. I mean, at the end of the day, I can tell who the character is. But it does look haunted. The color palette is just very pale and it makes him look so, like, malicious. He just looks like he's sitting there begging to be taken over by a poltergeist. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Not this guy. I don't know who this man is. Sorry to this man. Hello? Triple-decker pineapple and cheese sandwich. You know how badly you have to hate someone to make this for them? This is like Peanut Butter and Jelly's evil stepsister who is not invited to any of the family gatherings for very specific and justifiable reasons. First of all, anything that's a triple-decker is too much for me. Okay? If I want to enjoy my sandwich and eat here and give my body sustenance, I do not want to have to unhinge my jaw to take one bite of my sandwich. Like these sandwiches that are like quintuplet decker, 5-story ham and cheese monstrosity. I'm like, oh my god. Like, can I just get me the French onion soup? Though wait, now that I'm thinking about it, this is kind of like pineapple on pizza. And I like pineapple on pizza. Much to consider. Cheeseburger, chocolate chip cookie bun. Imagine being a vegetarian and a diabetic and someone hands this to you. Also, the fact that there's already a bite taken out of it, like just making your taste buds go to battle on the front lines. Obviously, with these like weird combinations of food, I don't really think anyone's eating it for enjoyment. I think people are eating it to prove a point. Like when I was younger, I ate an old French fry off of the floor of a football stadium because I was just trying to like prove something because someone was like, ew, like you wouldn't do that. And I'm like, oh, I wouldn't because watch me. And I thought that I was being feminist or something, which I was not. I don't really think that did anything for women's rights. But anyways, yeah, this looks disgusting. And I'll just leave it at that. Imagine Ken seeing this. He's like, honey, I'm home. What the fuck? She's like, Ken, stop. Why are you freaking out? Isn't my haircut? Putting a Barbie head as a garnish for your dish? Let's normalize that. Okay? You know, people are always talking about, let's bring back manly men, but why don't we bring back garnishing our food with non-edible and very toxic objects? Why don't we get that trending? I am gonna hack into the BuzzFeed Tasty Instagram account and then go live and decapitate my American Girl doll and then put her severed head into a pot of fondue. Actually, I'm gonna take one of those huge Barbie heads and put it on top of my wedding cake, like an angel on top of a Christmas tree. And if my guests choke on synthetic hair, well, that's none of my business. You know, people always talking about consuming microplastics. I just say, go big or go home, and straight up just eat the plastic. Bean panini, banini. I just know if a British person saw this, they would have an orgasm. I mean, this is basically just beans on toast if she had a glow up. This is beans on toast coming back from summer of 8th grade with massive tits, and then everyone is like, oh my god, she blew up. Is this an option at Subway in the UK? I'm like genuinely asking. If not, y'all should get on that. This looks like someone who was obsessed with the blue Scooby-Doo gummy and they opened a restaurant. And they went out of business within the first 2 hours. I'm generally not a picky eater, but when foods are like severely a color it's not supposed to be, I just like don't want to eat it. Especially when the food in question is like ooey gooey busting at the seams, like drip, dropping, slip, slopping everywhere. This is like the Pretty Patties from SpongeBob, except brunch and disgusting. And also the Pretty Patties from SpongeBob, like if I order a burger and it comes out neon green, please, you know what? I wouldn't even send it back. I know I wouldn't, because I'm too scared. I'm gonna sit there and just take the L and eat my radioactive burger. Red velvet cake with pineapple chunk glaze. You know, it doesn't sound that bad in theory, but in practice, it does look like a hemorrhoid covered in vomit. Generally, when I eat a cake and I want to comfort myself with a little sweet treat, I don't want it to look like meat covered in chunky bile. This cake looks like it was made by the cake boss if he hated the client with a deep and visceral passion. Imagine having this as your birthday cake. Like the waiter brings it to the table and no one's even singing. It's just dead silent. Crickets. And with all that being said, I do like red velvet and I do like pineapple, so maybe I would just close my eyes and still eat this. Cadbury mini egg chicken wings. America's favorite. This is a great Easter meal if you wanted Jesus to regret resurrecting himself. He's like, I died for y'all, and this is what you're bringing into the world? Bring on the rapture. Let me head back into that damn cave. See, now this actually pisses me off. The mac and cheese displayed is not macking and or cheesing. If someone gave me this dish like, eat up, here's your mac and cheese, I would say no, absolutely not. This is a yeast infection. Like, what is this, a dinner dish or a petri dish? Because all I'm seeing is bacteria, babes. There is something deeply fungal about this. Like, what is all that liquid on the bottom of the pot?